I won't stop till I hear him say,
Okay, what is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. As always, if you're interested in learning about cryptocurrencies, commodities, indices, foreign exchange, please go ahead and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Guys and gals, do not forget that once we reach 10,000 YouTube subs, we're going to be giving away 100 XRP. In today's video breakdown, I have a couple of interesting tweets and some very interesting video snippets to play to you guys, and then we are also going to be covering some QNT price action, giving you guys some updates, making sure that everybody's aware on what's going on in the market. Again, make sure that you guys smash that thumbs up button if you enjoy video breakdowns like this. So before we jump into the TA, the technical analysis on QNT, giving you guys some price updates and showing you guys how correlated QNT is still with Bitcoin dominance, I'm going to take you guys over to my Twitter page and show you guys some video snippets, and then we'll come back to the technical analysis at the end of this video. So stick around for that. But before we jump into all that, I want to take you over here to Twitter, where we had been talking about QNT for quite some time. If you guys and gals follow me on Twitter, if you don't, make sure that you do so now. The best way to do that is to copy and paste the link that's in the video description in the YouTube videos. Because we are shadow banned on Twitter, it is hard to search our name on Twitter and find our page. It's best to just copy the Twitter link in your browser and then find us that way. But a very interesting tweet that I posted on June 12th, I believe. Yep, June 12th, 6/12/2022. I said, public service announcement, 2 QNT equals $100. Don't sleep on this, not financial advice. So we had been talking about QNT roughly when it was about $42 to $47. I had mentioned to you guys on the YouTube channel that we were buying QNT heavily. And, hopefully that you guys were able to pick up on that, okay? I'm going to take you guys over to another tweet that I put out to you all, very interesting. And this was an analysis that I put out to you guys on July 9th. So in this tweet that I released to you guys on July 9th, 2022, you guys can see the date here. Here's the technical analysis. And again, these purple lines, $53, $51, and $49, roughly when price was below $50, was all when we were buying into QNT. I'd said to you guys, these key levels must be broken and price must sustain bullish momentum above $90 to $155 to consider the bottom is in for QNT. If at any moment we see bearish pressure at these levels, the bank could be selling at a premium price. Be mindful, be aware, the future is bright. I just think that that's funny because this was almost a month ago that we were saying this technical analysis and giving you guys this clarity on QNT. And I want to take your attention over here to an article that I found on the internet, just showing you guys how late everybody else is compared to what we are doing here for the community, for the trading community here at CYPRX. So here's a QNT analysis that I found. It was released by Brian Bollinger. Don't know, he's probably trying to, copy the Bollinger Band last name vibe right there, which again is a lagging indicator. Anyways, so this analysis came out on August 7th. So again, a month late compared to what we have said to you guys on Twitter, on the CYPRX Twitter, okay? He said next price target at $156. Okay, you guys can go ahead. You guys can read this if you want. He's saying something about a strong support at $87, which kind of correlates to our $90 support region, if you guys want to call it that, or demand zone, as retail traders like to call it that. We know that banking institutions don't trade off of TradingView utilizing charts. They trade specifically off of taking buys or sells from premium or discount based off of psychological levels. Okay, if you guys think that banking institutions and that high-end whale entities are trading using TradingView, you guys need to wake up. They are not using your regular, normal average exchanges to buy these cryptocurrency assets. Okay, let that be known. So anyways, you guys can see how this analysis was put out over a month before this analysis. Again, these articles I've mentioned to you guys for quite some time. You guys need to understand that these are lagging. Okay, the individuals that write these articles, they put out information late, they lag, they don't give you valuable information. They don't give you the full bundle, okay? And I'm just trying and attempting to wake the crypto community up to show you guys that we put our money where our mouth is way ahead of time. So we've been calling out these 155, 156 bullish targets. I even said must break and hold above bullish, giving you guys a little arrow pointing to this wick high. And this is on the weekly chart on QNT. So again, if you guys don't follow us on Twitter, make sure that you do so. We deliver plenty of analysis so that way you guys can get an edge in the market. Now, the reason why I haven't done an update on QNT QNT in such a long time is because this analysis is not played out. We are currently hovering around $127 to $132 on QNT. So I'm simply just seeing if we can get a nice decent pullback and a respect of that $90 to $85 price range on QNT to hold that in the form of a demand region where the banking institutions seek to buy more discount and then push price up into $155 on QNT, where that is going to be, in my personal opinion, a very sensitive area. We need to be mindful of both of these areas because at any given moment in time, we need to understand that QNT is still heavily correlated with BTC dominance. I'm going to go over that at the end of this video breakdown. So with that being said, you guys stick around for these short video snippets showing you guys how powerful QNT is. Now, real quick, here's another tweet that I put out on Quant Network, which, I'm extremely bullish on long-term, guys and gals. And I want you to really, truly understand what QNT is doing for the crypto space. And I said, Quant Network has solved universal interoperability between all blockchains and enterprise technologies. They achieved this by using ISO TC307. Most people don't even understand this blockchain standard is the equivalent to what TCP/IP did for the internet. That is going to be massive, guys and gals. So with that being said, listen to these video breakdowns that I have put together for you guys and really truly understand the future potential of QNT. You guys can draft up your own personal bias. Again, do your own personal research, sit back and relax and enjoy these video snippets. And then once we're back, we will dive into the technical analysis aspect of QNT.
Tell us all about Quant Networks. What's it all about?
We're about re-architecting the internet. And so if you look at what's happened, there's no denying the internet is actually a foundational change in society. We're about re-architecting the internet. And so if you look at what's happened, there's no denying the internet is actually a foundational change in society. We actually benefit from going digital, that we can't operate without the internet today, and we're so dependent on it. But we've got an issue of trust, and that's what we're solving.
What's its goal? Why'd you build it?
So Overledger really solves the problem of connecting networks and connecting people up. And the problem was really, I've got a cyber background for 20 years working in government and banking, and I saw the issue that we're building things in isolation and we're building things that can't talk to each other. And in 2015, I ended up founding the ISO standard for blockchain, so TC307, and that was really to enable mass adoption of the technology. And now we've built the operating system to bring on that mass adoption, because there's no one blockchain that's going to rule them all. There's no one monopoly that's going to be blockchain for everyone. Everyone needs choice, and you use the different types of blockchains for your user cases, your requirements. And what we're allowing people to do is combine all the different features of blockchain so you get the best of all of them, but also try and find the right blockchain for you. And so you don't know if it's a blockchain A, B, or C. You can use Overledger, try that and find the right one and go with that, and then have the option to move between blockchains as well. Balance security with the way we've architected our operating system with the token, and we're also using that as a means of value to transfer between different networks. So can you imagine a stable coin, a digital asset of some sort that can travel between Ethereum networks, Bitcoin, Hyperledger, Corda, and be able to be understood and transacted across different types of platforms? And we can do that with our technology. So we're using our features and the technology in Overledger to be able to transport digital assets across multiple blockchains. So we wanted to create the layer and the abstraction that sat on top of blockchain, which didn't make anyone change anything. It just carried on as is, but it provided that overlay on top, and it gave you the way to do interoperability. It's really similar to the way the internet does routing and TCP/IP. So we took a lot of the learning from our experience working with the internet from the early days, and apply that to blockchain technology to provide a very open, flexible way for people to connect blockchains, but also have all the blockchains connect to existing systems, and that's quite important. But also have all the blockchains connect to existing systems, and that's quite important because, as I said, you can't ask a government or a company or anyone to completely change everything just for you. You have to do it the other way around. So that's how Overledger was born. And without technology, we give more flexibility and more openness to do things quite differently. So that's well as we've got some banks, some financial services, some government use cases, and they're using Overledger to create universal applications that are cross-platform. Because enterprises don't like to be locked into one blockchain. They don't know which one is the right one. And so they're using us to have access to all the blockchains and be cross-platform regardless. And so they're using us to have access to all the blockchains and be cross-platform regardless.
Alrighty, welcome back. So I hope that you guys enjoyed those little tiny video snippets. If you did, again, smash that thumbs up button, especially if you are a holder of QNT and you believe that the future for QNT is bright. I personally believe so. So I'd like to take your attention over here before we get started in the technical analysis. This was a direct quote from Gilbert Verdian, who again founded the ISO standard TC307, which is the standard that is playing a crucial role in ensuring interoperability between distributed ledger blockchain technologies and the implementation that blockchain technology has. So I just wanted to take your attention down here, and it says, I see a potential similar to that of the internet in the early 90s. Again, that mention to the internet in the early 90s. We're at the cusp of something big. Blockchain can change a lot of how the internet operates and a lot of how processes operates. We just don't know what we can do yet. So I thought that that was very interesting. Again, I highly advise that you guys do your research on who Gilbert Verdian was before he was heavily invested into Quant Network, okay? Very interesting background that gentleman has. So let's just go over the technical analysis. Now, one very interesting thing that I'd like to mention to you guys is don't pay attention to all this hype that is on Twitter and YouTube right now. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. This was a thumbnail, not to call anybody out. Again, I don't know these YouTubers personally, but based off of past experience, the majority of YouTubers out there have nothing but a self-interest on their channel content. They're simply just clickbaiting individuals and not really giving them a full analysis and breakdown. You can see here by this thumbnail, it says $1,000 to $10,000 Quant. Of course, that's clickbait, but you see the thumbnail headline, it says Quant is separating itself from the entire crypto market. Guys and gals, no, it is not. I'm going to disprove that here to you guys today, just to show you guys that Quant is still heavily correlated to BTC dominance. Remember, BTC still controls the market, and that is not going to change until Bitcoin falls out of the #1 spot. You guys have to understand that. So I just want to take your attention. Let's start on June 17th. These are the Quant USD charts right here. You guys can see that these are the Bitcoin charts. Okay. So we see June 17th. And again, after this, I'm going to give you guys a price update and analysis. So stick around for that. But we see June 17th. This is just to disclose to you guys that BTC still dominates the market. And anybody that tells you that just because Quant had a bullish run does not mean that it is detached from Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin still controls the market. So if Bitcoin crashes, then you guys have to understand Quant is going to follow suit, right? Be mindful of that. So June 17th, we see what happened. Quant established a low. From that low, same thing, Bitcoin established a low. From June 17th to June 26th, Bitcoin and Quant both established a high on the same day. From June 26th to July 1st, same thing on Bitcoin. June 26th to July 1st, we see a high down into a low or a pullback. Same thing on Bitcoin, a high down into a low. From July 1st to July 9th, same thing on Quant. July 1st to July 9th, we see a bullish push or a new high gets created on both Quant and Bitcoin. Okay. Then from July 9th to July 12th, same thing on Bitcoin. July 9th to July 12th, we see the market pull back. Now, the only difference between Quant and Bitcoin is that from July 9th to July 12th, the pullback that took place was a little bit more significant in the term of percentages on Bitcoin, but we can still see the same exact price action, meaning that Bitcoin is still dominating the market. Why? Because the technical analysis is still the same. From July 9th to July 12th, the market still pulled back and created a higher low on Quant, same way it did on Bitcoin. From July 12th to July 19th, same thing on Quant. July 12th to July 19th, we see a market run higher, same thing on Bitcoin, higher low on Bitcoin, higher low on QNT into July 19th, where we see the market create a high on Quant and the market create a high on Bitcoin. Now from July 19th down to July 26th, we see the same price action. Again, a pullback on QNT, following suit on Bitcoin, a pullback on Bitcoin. From July 26th, moving on to July 30th, we see on QNT a bullish run. Same thing on Bitcoin, guys and gals. The market is still dominated by Bitcoin. The exact same price action we can see from July 26th 26th to July 30th, same thing on Bitcoin as well as Quant, a bullish pump. Then from July 30th to now updated price action on August 2nd, we saw a nice retouch of that $90 to $100 range on Quant. Again, same thing on Bitcoin. From July 30th to August 2nd, we see a bearish pullback. And then from now till August 2nd, or from August 2nd till now, we see a bullish run. So the price action on QNT is literally identical to Bitcoin, guys and gals. If you go back and you track this price action, the same highs and the same lows printed during QNT's price action as it did during Bitcoin's price action. The market is still heavily manipulated by Bitcoin's price action. That is not going to change again until Bitcoin falls out of the #1 spot, which in my personal opinion will eventually take place. Okay, I don't think that Bitcoin via its use cases is going to dominate the market for 5, 10, 20 plus years. I just think that that's inevitable, that it's going to get replaced by a cryptocurrency with utility and use cases. In my personal opinion, a cryptocurrency like Quant or XRP or some type of utility driven cryptocurrency where it's not just a store of value. Okay. And again, that's just my personal opinion. You guys can do your own research on that behalf, but this is just to give you guys mental clarity so that way you're not falling victim to these thumbnails where it's telling you that these crypto assets, just because they have a nice bull run, means that they're decoupling from Bitcoin. Again, crypto awareness is what we seek to spread here at CYPRX, giving you guys as much clarity as we possibly can. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video breakdown. Now let's get into the price update. So my analysis still has not changed. Let me go ahead and enlarge this QNT chart. We're on the 12-hour time frame. I mentioned to you guys in previous QNT videos that I'm not buying QNT personally because I didn't get involved into QNT until price was below $60. So personally, I'm set on QNT. I hold more than 20 tokens personally, and I think that that's enough for me long term, especially if QNT is going to be the type of crypto asset that runs into anywhere between $1,000 to $10,000 plus, which personally I'm looking to hold long term, anywhere between 2027, 2030. And so for me personally, the price range that I got in at was very significant. However, if you're just looking as an investor, okay, and I mentioned to you guys on Twitter that people are not going to be wanting to buy, retail investors are not going to be wanting to buy QNT at $128. But if you look at this from a return on your initial investment perspective, if QNT even just runs back to $400 or 400 and what, some odd change, like $428 was its all-time high, right? Look at this from an ROI perspective. And that takes you back to the tweet that I mentioned to you guys. You guys are investing in an emerging asset class. Yes, there's going to be volatility. Yes, there's going to be downside risk, but ask yourself, are you willing to accept that risk? And are you investing with money that you're willing to lose? If you invest in QNT right now and price returns back to its all-time high, you're looking at a 234% gain on your overall investment, okay? You can't get that, realistically speaking, anywhere else in the world aside from crypto markets. Okay, so just take that into consideration when you're investing. I'm not telling you guys to buy or sell in these specific regions. I'm certainly not. I bought enough QNT down below $60. Again, I mentioned to you guys that on Twitter, so where I don't feel like I have to chase the market down. Okay, now when we come up into these $155 ranges, I'd mentioned to you guys that this could be premium price for the banking institutions to take sell positions. Same thing on Bitcoin, right? If we see the market on Bitcoin come up into that 27K to 28K region, which is going to be where the March highs and the February and January highs are on QNT for Bitcoin. Okay, same thing, that price action is going to correlate. The banking institutions could seek to take premium sells from those ranges. So you need to be mindful. Again, this is going to be a very sensitive area. I'm not screaming that the bottom is in on QNT until we surpass these psychological levels. So let's be mindful of that price action during the rest of the month of August. I'll keep you guys updated. We could see a significant pullback, and I'm still looking for discounted prices in the cryptocurrency market. Personally, I think that all of this bullish hype is too good to be true. Did I pack my bags when prices were low at the beginning of June? Absolutely. 110% I did. I hope that you guys did as well. Why? Because I took the risk. I took on the risk, and you guys can see how that benefited. And I've been covering every single aspect of all my trades on the YouTube thus far. So blessings to you guys all. Again, let's be mindful of these targets to the downside. Okay. If Bitcoin ever does crash below $17,500, QNT is 110% going to follow suit, which most likely means the June lows are going to be swept, which puts QNT roughly anywhere between $40 to $20. I've always had buy limits set at those price levels just in case QNT ever does reach it. I have capital sitting on the side, sitting and waiting patiently to be implemented into the market if those price levels do come into fruition. But if not, and you guys are looking to dollar cost average into QNT, I highly advise that you guys approach QNT trading with a strategy that puts you on the right side of the market. Now, again, that's not to sit here and hype up the CYPRX strategy. Yes, the CYPRX strategy can teach you how to dollar cost average into QNT properly. If anybody's interested in that mentoring program, the link is in the description down below. Smash that thumbs up button, guys and gals. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video breakdown, this update on QNT price action. For the lows, I'm looking for a retest of anywhere between $80 to $70 on QNT for this price momentum to hold bullish and remain to the upside. If those price levels break, most likely we're going to see the market push much lower, anywhere between $60 to $40. And if that breaks loose, then all hell is going to break in the cryptocurrency market again. And most likely we are going to see a sell-off to come and liquidate all over leveraged buy positions that took place in June during the cryptocurrency market crash when everybody was buying this dip. Blessings to you guys all. Again, smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget that 10,000 YouTube subs means we're going to be giving away 100 XRP. As always, be cognizant, be aware, stay safe. Don't believe half of the stuff that you guys see and read on the internet. Do your own personal research. Again, you will see people tell you that these crypto assets are decoupling from Bitcoin and blah, 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 blah. It is all hype. It is to get you to click their video. Again, just be mindful. I'm not knocking these individuals and what it is that they're putting on the internet. I'm just saying be aware, be cognizant. Blessings to you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video breakdown.
I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la.